All right, we're back. Gang is all here. This is very exciting. We have 2 shows to cover today. We're going to start, though, with a little bit of, maintenance, internal situation stuff. So I woke up this morning and I browsed through Twitter and I see an apology tweet from Menners about his show last night. So I said, I always try to watch them. So I said, let's see what happened on Menner's show that he feels the need to apologize for. And then we heard this from Justin.
Yeah, Alison, that fucking bitch, honestly. So, good look, Manners. I mean, just fucking, you know me, Alison. You know that I was set up. So I'd like some support next time. But apart from that, I didn't see B&B or Lauren really dive in. Just Alison.
Me neither.
Had to have
that's true.
Had to have 2 cents worth. Just stick to 90 Day Fiancé, Alison. I think that's your level of expertise. Let's just keep it there. Dummy.
So to clarify, that was not Justin. That was Menners from his show last night. I have some opinions about this, but we're going to let Alison go first because Please go ahead.
Please go ahead.
Okay.
I would love to hear what you have to say.
So at first I thought, okay, he's saying bitch kind of playfully. Like, this isn't, outrage time. I am embarrassed about the apologies. Like, that is so embarrassing. There's a show on this network that they do cunt of the week. So I'm like, he needs to go find his balls, reattach them, and apologize for the apology, because that was really, really pathetic. I'm like, come on, if she weighed 15 pounds more, she'd be a waitress at Perkins in there.
Yeah.
Or have some fun with it. What are you, Gig, imagine if Menners had said Gig's, a moronic douchebag, and then apologized to you the next day.
He's essentially apologizing for the most interesting part of their show yesterday, because it was a fucking snooze fest. So, it's all right.
That is true too.
Did someone give him shit for calling Alison a bitch? I don't understand where the apology came
I didn't either. I'm like, I don't think anyone would have raised an eyebrow. And he tweeted an apology, then he went on Culline's thing, and I was like, Alison, did you get feedback on this?
I woke up this morning to a shitstorm of notifications. I was like, something must have happened. Put my phone back. And then I got a DM from lady up there. Why did others call you a bitch? Like, what? And then I got DMs from other people. And then, I had to go and listen to 43 friggin' minutes of that.
I would have given you the timestamp then and saved you the time.
Thank you. I had to go, slog my way through it. You're right. It is probably
Soccer
the most
talk.
Interesting thing he said the entire show. Find it out and whatnot. Listen, the apology tour was actually quite amusing. I am not quite sure if it was more for his benefit in terms of getting people to watch the show. I mean, whatever, Menners. No PR is bad PR, I suppose. But I will say this. I will, as the pretty little lady I am, stick to what I know and give my 2 cents on 90 Day Fiancé and be pretty.
We like when you do that, yes.
How does he know that you're good with it? Didn't he say that he doesn't listen to the show? He only watches?
Oh yeah, Menners, turn the volume up for this part because we're actually talking about you. So for this part only, then you can go back to your
But he was saying stick
activities.
To what she's good at, or what she knows. Like how would Menners know that she's good at it? It's what she knows.
Excellent point.
Yeah, and I mean, he gives you a little shit on that show. You clap back. It's all in fun. This is how I interpret this entire thing.
This is the world.
Come on, Gig has important things to say, so make sure you put your volume up. He's not just here to, look at.
I'm not just another pretty face, Manners.
That's right.
And I just wanted to say that, it was mentioned, first of all, they're bringing up something from a month ago? When did this happen? This was a long time ago.
I said what I said, and I stand by it. Listen, no shade, whatever. I am a person who, and I think this is a great quality, and sorry if anybody disagrees, but whether or not I like you, don't like you, whatever, I will tell you when I think that you are wrong or said something wrong. I said it to him in a, hey, listen, man, don't think that was totally cool. Maybe I didn't know the whole story, but I'm always going to be honest with people. And I don't think it was cool still. I don't really care if it was a joke or not. Like, Jared has been extremely forthcoming with some of his issues around mental health. I think it's kind of insensitive. And I think Menners has had problems with mental health himself, if I'm not mistaken, or personal issues or whatever. And I think you need to be respectful of that. I said what I said. I'm not sorry. I don't really care that he called me a bitch. Again, most interesting part of that show. Great. The other stuff, sticking to my level of expertise, I think was a little more, what's the word I'm looking for?
Condescending.
Yeah.
He's just being cute.
Chauvinistic fucking asshole.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. A lot more condescending than the bitch piece, but it's I understand. It's the world. I'm in it. You're gonna get called a bitch from time to time, you know? Whatever.
Yeah.
I don't have any issue with those guys like going after Carabas, because one thing that, and I think Ziggy brought this up in the chat that I'm in that Ziggy's in, is that Carabas goes after a pitcher. This guy, his name's Garrett Cole, all the time about Garrett Cole being fucking soft and all this shit. And Garrett Cole's been really, really open about his mental struggles too. So it's a big old fuck fest. You know what I'm saying? So,
of course,
yeah.
You know, I get what you're saying, Allison. I get what they're saying as far as all that shit. I'm just saying, like, Carabas is a little bit of a hypocrite. Like, if he's, oh, why you guys fucking picking on me? Well, you do the same fucking thing, Carabas. So.
And I didn't weigh in on that incident because I didn't listen to Nardini's podcast, so I didn't hear all of the context. So I'm like, well, I'm not going to take a side on something. I don't want to pull a DEC and hear one little clip of something and then go crazy and bitch for the next 2 months. So I wasn't about to do that.
I'm talk you off the ledge because that's what I had to. I was like, it wasn't that bad. Like, did you even listen?
So, you know, I see Menno's point a little bit because you can't, you know, I have really bad anxiety. I can't be like, oh, you know, I can't work today or parent today. My anxiety, I have to be an adult.
If you had bad anxiety, you wouldn't be wearing heels to the beach, for crying out loud.
Hey, you
I'm gonna break an ankle.
You walk around being so short.
Whatsoever.
I'm never gonna let you live that shit down.
What is wrong?
Because you never know if you're gonna roll. Like, you should have seen that 60-degree grade at Travis's house. I almost rolled an ankle.
Handled it like a pro. So
yeah.
That's true, you did. And Craig, you had Craig there, so.
Yes, my support TJ too in Madawaska last winter helped me out in the snow. So kudos to him.
TJ's a sturdy fellow.
I was not falling over on his arm for sure. So shout out to them. Okay. Anything else to add on this, B&B? Did you want to add anything?
Nope. I think Allison covered it perfectly.
Menners, I forgive you.
There you go. That's good. I like that.
I forgive you.
Better than most people in the Minifan world, because everyone else would have held a grudge for like 4 years.
Well, I forgive you, but I am a female, and I'm going to bring this up all the time now.
Oh, there you
go.
Favor,
forgive, but not forget.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'll say, Menners, fuck you, you squirt.
There you go.
Oh, squirt. Ooh.
Thanks, Nick.
Okay, so good. We will we'll move on from that, and we'll get right to Happily Ever After, Season 6, Episode 9, Not So Silent Partners. No Brandon and Julia this week, so yeah, didn't.
Thank God.
I think we're gonna go through a lot of these really quickly, so I don't mind that because we have Single Life. So it starts with Libby and Andre. It's RV time. This kind of reminds me of like when I have a dentist appointment and I have to start like talking myself into like, okay, you just have to do it. You just have to get through this. And I'm like, I have to watch them on the RV trip. I can make it through this. It's going to be fine because this is painful.
Did anyone catch that? So they said Charlie and his wife flew.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But Charlie's kid was still
in
but
RV.
You
can take my kid.
Who got the short end of the stick on that one? Jesus Christ.
They're like on a flight, like having cocktails, relaxing, reading magazines.
He's got his sweater shoulder situation thing going on for sure.
The kid was probably happy he didn't have to hang out with his stupid fucking dad.
Probably. Probably.
Probably such a dick. Fuck that guy.
I don't miss him. They couldn't have fit 2 more people in there. Okay, I've never been in an RV in my life. There was no room for anything. They had, 4 car seats and all that luggage? No. That looks like hell on wheels.
Like nightmare
hell
fuel.
on wheels. Yes. No.
He's all like, oh, I got a CDL license. I can drive. You don't need a fucking CDL to drive a motorhome, bro. And there's motorhomes out there that are far bigger than that fucking thing. That was like a little medium motorhome.
It is kind of worrisome that you don't need a special license for that. Like I've seen like, the little old ladies driving them and I'm just like, oh my God, I'm scared of them in their normal Buick. Now they're driving this huge thing. Right. So that is interesting to me. I couldn't sit. I would have to sit facing forward. I couldn't sit on like the sofa and face sideways. I would be vomiting the entire ride. Yeah, no, I can't do that. That looks terrible. Yeah.
I did like seeing the fucking fridge dump all its contents, though. That was pretty good. Because like, there's a latch on that thing, buddy.
They had 100 cans in there. It's what, a 14-hour drive? She packed enough food for the week.
The family runs on Sprite.
Something. I'm like, why is there so much crap? They're only going for 14 hours. So, I don't have much else about them. Allison?
I mean, I hope their RV drives into a black hole and we never see them or hear from them ever again. That's what I hope.
Yeah. Yes, enough of them.
You know what they are, Allison? They're a bunch of bitches.
That's
what
right.
they are.
Ooh.
That's right.
Now, you have to
throw that word around.
You have to go
sorry
for tomorrow. Shame on you.
Yes.
Sorry, not sorry.
With no jokes, I want a very serious apology. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, you're gonna get that out of me.
God forbid we have any fun around here.
Stop laughing.
Yes, this is very serious. Okay, so we'll go on to Angela and Michael. Now,
why does she vent to every doctor she has? I don't get it.
Dude, doctor, the fucking computer repair guy.
He didn't ask
whatever he is.
He didn't ask
doctor.
That poor guy.
I mean, so I used to work as a pharmacy technician where you just like count the pills and then you check them out at the counter. And they used to scream at me for how much their medication costs. This kind of reminds me of that. Angela goes in to see this phone guy and just starts screaming at him about nothing or just all this random crap. I mean, he looked like he wanted to just dig a hole and die because... Do you think part of this is like she got some love for being like the crazy, wild, I yell at my boyfriend and it's so cute. So she's like amping it up because I refuse to believe anyone actually acts like that. Allison?
I mean, nobody makes Angela laugh as much as Angela.
Well, yeah, she just cracks herself right up.
She just thinks she's so funny. I mean, I've had it with her. I felt so bad for this poor guy. It's not cute. I agree with you. It's not cute at all. He's not. This guy is not a therapist. He's an IT guy. The fact that she thought she could go to some random store and just put a tracker on somebody's phone because she wanted it there is just like, what is wrong with you? Maybe she needs more Cokes. Maybe she needs a little sugar. Maybe the withdrawals or from the cigarettes are getting to her. I don't know, but I'm a little tired of it. And I didn't see the downward spiral of her and Michael coming so quickly. I felt like all of a sudden we went from my sexy Nigerian to I'm going to divorce you before you ever get here. Maybe it's me. Maybe I was just a little bit more optimistic, but yeah, it's
Are they still together?
Horrible. I don't know.
I'm not sure. I just don't think he's ever going to get here, which I don't really know why, because their relationship seems pretty legit. They're already married. So I don't know why they have so many problems and other people don't.
So we haven't heard why his visa keeps getting denied.
No, maybe his country
the Trump
is
underwear.
more restrictive. I don't know.
They're like, no,
That could be it. He's on a list.
Here's the thing about those two is that when she is arguing in front of the Uber, arguing in front of the computer repair guy, she's looking for validation from these complete and total fucking strangers to be like, yeah, you go, girl. Fuck him. Fuck that asshole. She's like, you see this motherfucker? This is the son of a bitch that I fucking got together with, married.
Sounds
Fucking
just like her.
cocksucker.
She's that mask
you know?
with the big smiley face on
Oh,
it.
that creepy
Oh,
mask. She
God.
needs to stop with it. So I understand you have a turkey gobble or whatever your issue is that you don't want to show your face,
She has
but this
an
is
abscess in her mouth. Doesn't that sound horrific?
Ew,
Like it's from
gross.
smoking after her surgery. Like you'd think that would be enough, but
But
yuck.
she's back to smoking a pack a day.
yeah.
I had
And
a
it's
dog that
because-
had an abscessed tooth. Worst breath ever. It's horrible.
Oh, it's
I
so
believe
gross.
that, yeah.
It's
Ugh.
painful, and Michael, Michael's. It's not Michael's fault that she started smoking when she was 14.
Nope.
She needs to grow up, put her big girl panties on, and take a little bit of accountability for her own actions. It's like blaming everyone else. So he's the reason why I'm smoking a pack a day. He's the reason why I'm crazy. It's like, no, it's you. You're nuts.
Yeah.
Do
I
any
mean,
of you think he cheated on her?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's out playing
Yes.
around. They're in different countries. How long has it been?
She would never know.
blame him.
To quote Michael from a few seasons ago, I did the BJ. So there you go.
Oh.
Didn't
Why?
she call him out for his size? And she went there on that phone call. She was like, "You
The
lied
deal
about-"
breaker of all deal breakers. Like there are some things you cannot say. You can't come back from that. She said, I should have left you from the beginning when I found out your penis wasn't what you said it was. Boom. I mean, that's when you're just like, okay, I think we're done here.
I was
But
like, didn't they video? Like, she's so like, oh, we
Video
chat.
what?
Like, you didn't
Oh.
video chat or like send pictures before you went and saw him? Okay, whatever, sure.
I actually photoshopped that shit for Michael.
you could
Gave him a fucking big old
I
hot
believe-
one.
I believe
There you go. See, that's
Good for
helping
you,
him
kids.
out, I guess. So, I've seen a lot of feedback on like Reddit and other Instagram posts that people are getting really tired of her abusive. Like they're like, look, we went after Big Ed for how he was treating Liz, and this is the same thing.
Yeah, it's bad.
I don't know if I have like a high tolerance for abusive relationships, but like part of like what Ed was doing, I'm like, okay, people don't always get along. They're gonna fight, but people are very upset. So
Were people
there's
saying
no.
that Ed was treating Liz abusively?
Oh yeah, they want him off the show. They want him scrubbed from all the backstories.
Liz or the other chick, the Filipino chick.
Liz.
Liz.
Ambrose.
Really?
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean,
Yeah,
I don't think he
everybody.
treated her great. We're going to cover it. I don't think he treated her great, but I don't think
I
it
guess
was.
there were some voicemails where he might have used the word bitch, and I mean we all know how that is. Whew, can't come back from that.
Cancel.
Canceled.
He better apologize
Cancel.
fucking everybody right now. Right
I
fucking.
can't do Barry voice.
Yeah. So it's over. Okay. I think that's enough about them. Anyone have anything to add on Angela? She's doing just the same old, same old. They must make up though, because I want the romantic bathtub scene with the candles and
I
the
don't.
sexy time.
I don't.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
So they must make up. You got to pay attention to those little nuggets they give you weeks in advance.
Wait,
Okay.
I have one thing.
Ooh, yes.
How much stuff does this woman have on her keychain? Did you see that? She was carrying this thing and it had like all of these. I'm like, were you carrying that in your bra before?
Ooh, that's
mean,
got to
she
be
had,
lumpy.
Like 9 anti-backs, like keys, like wallets. I was like, what is
Well, we're
this?
talking
Who
about
does
someone
that?
who I really think owns 45 pairs of sunglasses. Like
Oh,
that
that
is
too.
her look. Up on the top of the head always matches the
The
clothes.
sticker was on the last pair that she had in her head.
She likes
forgot
her
to take it off.
accessories. Yes.
Yeah.
I have one thing to add too. Never in a million years is it right for you to get your grandchildren to recite back to you, "Who's the sex of me, ma? You're the sex of me, ma." That's No bueno.
Questionable parenting.
That is questionable.
Grandparenting.
I'm affected me, Mom.
I was worried they were gonna fall off that trampoline. I was like, whoa.
It's a lot of kids
there's
on one
nothing around it.
trampoline. A lot. I'm waiting for like the heads
Someone's gonna
to
break their
conk
arm.
together. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. My radar.
I was looking forward to it.
We're such moms.
I just don't understand how they're all the same age. How is this possible? Did all of her kids have a baby at the exact same time?
They're all the same age?
Don't they all look the same age? Same age.
Very close, yeah.
Very close. It's a lot of kids.
Maybe.
A lot of kids. Oof. Okay. Mike and Natalie. The worst. The worst.
I like how they're like, oh, a week later, we still haven't talked about our problems. Okay.
Well, you've got the queen of can't let things go up against the king of I won't say anything. And it just is just butting heads. And it's never going to be resolved because they thought they could resolve this with a pet rat, I guess.
You're burying the lead here.
Sorry.
The
rat.
rat. Was disgusting. I was like,
Thank you,
I
Elsie.
was
Thanks.
Skeeving, uncomfortable.
On your kitchen table?
Oh, it was so gross. I almost couldn't. I was just skeeving. I have seen so many rats in the city when I used to go to work. Dead rats, live rats, just rats everywhere. They're disgusting creatures. I would never, ever touch one. Never mind. I don't care. It's not
just
clean.
scurry around on you.
Stupid. She has it on the kitchen table. She's trying to feed it a snack. It's like poking out of her hair. I'm like, this is so gross. She is not okay. This is
I
not
didn't have
right.
her pegged as a rodent lover. B&B. Like, did that surprise you?
Yeah, I mean, I understand wanting to save the animal from the snake. That's a little bothersome to me too. I get it, but it is the food chain, and like rats serve no purpose.
Listen, the snake isn't going to be like one day, gee, you know what? I'm a vegetarian now. Like that's just life.
It's the food chain. There's nothing, but it's to bring it home. Ugh, that's disgusting.
Yeah.
Here's the other thing. He says to her, like, you can teach it how to do a trick. The only fucking trick I've ever seen a rat do is take a shit. That's about it. They're fucking gross. This is why hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people died in Europe. Because of these fucking things. What on your dinner table. Yeah. Enjoy your next crab cakes, weirdo.
That tail just... Ugh. Nope, not for me. No rats. No rats in my house.
Too. It was like the size of a cat.
I agree with the concept, but next time, like, get a dog. Dogs are better.
Well, that's why they went in there, right, to get a dog.
Yes.
And they came out with
how you got talked down to a rat is beyond.
How does that happen?
You know what that rat is? That rat's a bitch. Hate it.
I will agree with.
There you go. Okay, so they have one of their usual fights. This is nothing new. It's round and round. Does anyone have anything to add on the fight? Because it's going nowhere.
Break up already.
Just move on.
People aren't going anywhere.
Yep. So, Tiffany and Ronald are next.
Speaking of going nowhere.
Yeah, basically, so we're on episode 9. We spent 8 episodes of, I'm going to South Africa. I'm canceling my tickets. I'm going to South Africa. And finally they're going. So I'm glad we're at least getting somewhere, but it took 9 episodes for this to happen. Ronald has some issues. He had some very concerning things to say. He said, I'll allow her to leave when I say she can leave. Okay, that is not something that is okay to be said in a relationship. I'll force her to stay. This isn't cute. B&B?
No, I thought it's scary.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
I don't take him as controlling. I don't know. This kind of surprised me a little bit. I don't know. I got a different perspective on him. I kind of see him as the submissive a little bit, but I'm way off. So bad judge of character, I suppose.
Gig?
You know, I actually have like a different, like, I feel like he was hanging out with his buddy and they're just kind of like, I don't know how serious he was. And honestly, it's like as much of an idiot as Ronald was like a couple episodes ago, I think he kind of fucking redeemed himself, dude. He actually kind of seemed sweet at the airport. He was excited to see his kids. He was excited to see his son.
That was a nice reunion for
He
sure.
obviously, like, you know, he said, fuck it. I'm going to build my kid a bedroom. I mean, that's like serious fucking brownie points right there. To go from vaping on your couch and looking like an idiot to, like, you know, building a room and, like, for your kid. Like, so what he said was, I hope he was fucking joking. But maybe, like, really what he was, like, kind of getting at is, like, I'm going to make it so fucking nice here and I'm going to be so welcoming that they're not going to want to leave. So that's kind of like how I'm choosing to look at it, I guess.
Allison?
I don't like Ronald. I've never liked Ronald. I had a lot of issues with Ronald when he decided it was his place to tell Danielle that he was going to come and stay in South Africa.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this is just the icing on the cake. I think it's a little scary in a way. If he's saying that on camera in a normal tone of voice, thinking that that's something that's okay to control somebody else that you supposedly love, then what happens when he's not on camera?
No,
She's not the type of chick to roll over, though. You know what I'm saying?
He might just be too dumb to, like, understand any tact, you know?
Well, maybe. Yeah. Well, Stockholm syndrome or something. I don't know.
So they're waiting outside the airport. I'm assuming because of the pandemic, they can't go in at all. And Tiffany decides to go change. And it's daytime. She's in the bathroom changing. And then it's pitch black. How long were you in there? You have people waiting.
She pulled a straight Darcy. That was
very
Darcy.
Yep. Yeah,
I think she had 3. She dressed up the kids too, right?
Everyone got changed. The baby's in like a ball gown at 9 p.m. It didn't make any sense. Like, I get it, but
it's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work for pretty much the kid to pass out and vomit on her dress, most likely. So I didn't really understand this. I would have lost my patience if I was waiting outside of the airport and you're, like, getting changed. I don't care what you look like. Everyone should travel in their comfy clothes.
I would say that Ronald's folks seem like fairly normal,
patient people. Yep.
Balanced, you know, people.
Yep. And she's right to be pushing, like, the relationship. Like, the mother's like, oh my gosh, this is great. Like, please. It's kind of like
don't
Jovi's
fuck this
mom.
up, Ronald.
I'll pass him off, please. He's not my responsibility anymore. Okay. Anyone have anything else to add on them?
No.
Other than Daniel's room doesn't have any windows.
Yeah, that was weird.
Have you ever been in a room with no windows other than like a doctor?
Well, he built it. He knocked out a wall in his kitchen and built it into his garage. So it's a room inside of a room, essentially. It doesn't share any outside walls. That's why.
I felt like, though, if he really wanted, I mean, like, great, nice effort, but wouldn't you have started that more than the day before they came?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because the paint fumes are still fresh.
Yeah. With no windows, that thing's going to be.
Yeah, great.
I'm going to get her so high on paint fumes. She's not going to want to leave South Africa, man.
Cue the lights. Oh, man. Well, they've at least picked up a little. I'm just glad they're in person now. I'm tired of watching people's relationships over the phone. So, speaking of relationships over the phone, Jovi and Yara. Okay. She's from where? Ukraine?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Is it sunshiny there every single day and she's literally never heard of bad weather? She's never heard. She's like, I've never heard of this. This is a U.S. thing. Bad weather where you can't leave your house. I don't know.
They get snow?
You would think, right?
I would imagine.
I know not a lot about the climate of Ukraine.
She's like,
I would assume they don't get hurricanes, but
I don't either, but nowhere is it sunny every day. I stand by that. You're either getting snow or you're getting tropical storms. Some places get both. Lucky them. But I don't know. What'd you think of her? Do you find her to complain a lot, Allison?
I was conflicted here. Here's the thing. I understand where she's coming from in that it's not comfortable to not be in your own home and have control sort of over what you're doing and have to, like, run around with, like, you know, worry about your father-in-law, like, in the hallway showering. Like, that's just not comfortable. She just had a baby. you've got people telling you what they think is best for your baby. Maybe they're trying to help, but it's annoying. You just want your own space. And so I can see her perspective from that side. But on the flip side, I think Gwen seems to be a really nice, caring, helpful person to have in her support system. And so it's unfortunate that she's sort of pushing her away in a way. But I get both sides of it. I think it's great when you have a newborn to have more people helping you, and especially because she doesn't have Jovi there. I think she could be a little bit more grateful.
Yeah, she's trying to say, like, I've been independent since I was 17. Okay, you didn't have an infant. It's very different, Yara. Like, stop comparing when you were on your own 17, taking pictures for Instagram to having a newborn. So, B&B, how did you feel about it?
She was super blunt with Gwen in the car when Yara was in the back.
Oh my God. She
you're annoying me.
She did that to her. I was like, oh wow.
It seems like they have that relationship though. Like it seems like she takes it pretty well, and they're kind of it seems like they have a good relationship. I will say that, but yeah, it was kind of funny.
I don't know. I have a great relationship with my in-laws. I would never.
You're not blowing raspberries at them
while they're helping me out. I would never do that just because I respect them.
Or tell your mother-in-law, like, you're giving me a headache right now?
Yes.
Oof, yeah.
Yeah.
Gig, your thoughts?
Well, that's what I was going to ask you. Like, do you guys, like, is there something that happens with the ladies, like, after you have a child that you're kind of like, I don't fucking care what you have to say? Like, is that part of postpartum depression or something? Or is it just like, is that something?
You mean if someone's like around me and they're breathing too loud and I'm aggravated? Yes, that happens. Yes.
Okay, well there you go.
Especially because you're not sleeping at all. Like think about how like you are when you're sleep deprived, and then just add like all sorts of like weird hormonal things happening and craziness, and it's just you're bleeding everywhere. Things are leaking. It's just a disaster. It's not great. It's not a great time. It's the truth. Am I wrong? Lauren, am I wrong?
I have said many times the white shorts were a bold move. That was my first observation when she left the hospital.
Excuse Yara for being a little irritable, okay? Excuse her.
How far away do you think getting away from all that? How far away do you think they live from each other?
It's like 90 minutes, I thought, right?
Is it that?
Oh, it's that far?
Yeah.
I thought it was far enough where it's we're not doing this every day, you can't just come in.
Yeah, I feel
all the time.
They're in the city, and I feel like they're kind of like in the bayou.
Yeah, that's what it seems like. So Yara ends up getting COVID, and I would have liked to see how this played out, because she must have had to put her tail between her legs, go back to Gwen's and be like, I need your help, after making that big stink about independence. I mean, I'm sure everyone rolled with it fine, but it was kind of a ironic twist. B&B?
Yeah, I agree. I'm curious to see if we see any ITMs from Gwen about it.
Right.
Her saying, yep, told you so.
Right. All in a fun way. I don't think anyone's going to use the word bitch. So I think we'll be fine. Yeah.
This is a total age thing too, because I think if she really took a step back and looked at the situation, be like, look, I'm really fortunate to have them, while my husband's away making all the money, bringing home the bacon. But she doesn't have that vibe. She just kind of has that hyper focus on how shitty everything is. Yeah. And
complaining about him being at work.
Yeah, I think that's an age thing. I think I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but.
Yeah, seems a little spoiled to me.
Quit being a fucking bitch.
I agree. There you go.
I was waiting for it. I want to see how I was going to slide it in there.
Okay, so Kalini and Asuelu. They weren't nearly as fun as they were last week. This was no fun. She had to get
divorce talk ever fun.
No, it doesn't even make any sense. She basically gave him this big speech about you get mad all the time, and then dangled in front of him like the biggest reason to get mad. So it's like almost like a test, like, let's see if he can control his temper. I saw a lawyer talked about divorcing you. And then he had to sit there and probably suck it in very much. But they just weren't. This is Allison.
I was shocked that he was as calm as he was.
Yep.
And I thought I wasn't expecting him to be so calm. I didn't really know, I mean, other than the fact that they're on a TV show, I didn't really understand why she had to bring it up that weekend. It seemed like they were having a good time. I also didn't think that Kalini had any right to complain about the fact that she was walking back and forth feeding children in the night because it was her decision to bring them in the first place. And honestly, you can't really have a romantic weekend with 2 children under the age of 3 in tote. Like, it's just not, that's not.
Well, and he said that they got drunk, and aren't you supposed to pump and dump if you're drinking? You shouldn't just directly nurse.
Oops.
Yeah, so I mean, okay, there's debate, right?
She might have pre-pumped though.
So,
but then the mother should be able to feed the babies.
True.
Put
some
the
people
breast milk in a bottle and get that kid off of your boob. He's 3 years old.
He's 18.
I would not be about that. I mean, once they have teeth, it's like let's move on. No, but I think that the general thing is like you can have like a drink and it's okay and it passes through your system in like 4 hours or something like that. But if it's more than that, then it doesn't pass through as quickly. So it's not great to give your kid alcoholic breast milk.
Yeah, I wouldn't think so.
I had like little strips that I would dip. It was kind of fun, and it would come out like a color if there was alcohol in it still. Yeah.
Oh,
maybe
wow.
she has those.
There you go. I just couldn't imagine a 3-year-old. You're still getting up multiple times a night. Like, I don't know. Figure it out. Feed that.
What
kid
did he
more.
say? He's like, I pleasured her. Like once or something like that.
He
What did
said,
he say?
shake it, booty. That's what
Zigzag up, down, rock and roll. Zigzag up and down, rock and roll.
What was the next line? I pleasured her once. It's like a dramatic pause.
First time
once.
ever.
Oh, way to go, Asuelu.
God, those two. Well, they seem to be doing better. I think they'll get past this divorce talk.
Shucks.
Anyone have anything else on them? They were pretty cut.
Oh, I just want to say how convenient that crying tree was that he found. Perfectly shaped for him to lay on. And then it made it seem like he was fucking hundreds of yards away, and he was literally like 15 feet away from it.
Like, I'm gonna go over here and pout. Not right here. Go
okay,
over here.
I'm all better. You can give me a hug now.
He said their secret word too.
Yeah, what was that secret word? I need one of those secret words.
Afia?
Afi.
Meant fire, right? Afi? Yeah, fire. And then they threw rocks, which is kind of
so cheesy.
Very cheesy.
This isn't a spa retreat. Like,
Afi sounds like Cialis to me.
Definitely has a medication vibe.
Yeah, it does. It's like, I'm getting pissed off. Cialis.
Oh man. Okay, so that's it for that show. So we're going retro here because we've all got a late start on the Single Life. So I'm like, well, let's just start it at episode 1, right? I'm sure everyone in the chat is at the same episode as us. They all watched episode 1 of the Single Life as they were, told to do. So there are some good characters in here, and it starts off with none other than Big Ed.
Ugh.
I think he gave himself that nickname, which is very bad. Never nicknamed
he's not
himself.
a narcissist at all.
No.
I mean,
even worse is that when he walked into the restaurant, he's like, Big Ed. To like the maitre d'. I was like, really, buddy?
This
You
guy,
can't just say like Ed party of 2.
I've never disliked someone more on this show than him.
Ooh.
And there has been a cast of characters. This guy is so gross.
Was it the leg shaving thing that really just put you off, or the mouthwash thing? Or...
It's him. It's him. Yeah.
His lack of neck.
he's gross.
Don't you just want to ask him?
B&B's a big neck guy.
I love a good neck.
I love a
Really?
neck.
I love a
You're
good neck.
you're
I love
a
a guy
neck
with a
fan,
neck.
huh?
Yeah, big
Oh.
neck.
See, I like the upper back, so we could connect and find the perfect man.
Oh wow, you guys are working on a whole torso.
Oh wow.
Fantastic. Allison, I'm big into shoulder blades.
You
It's
know.
like,
Hey,
you know.
a man with good shoulders. Oh,
Oh,
But yes, he's his physique is interesting, which I mean, I don't want to say is fine, but like if he had even a half decent personality, but his personality's worse than what he looks like. So this is
he's super controlling down deep. That's what he is.
very
He is
controlled.
super
And
controlling, and
very-
that's why like he's got the issue going on right now because he couldn't just take a hint from someone half of his age. Like, just give me some space. I'm gonna figure some out. And be like, so you gonna go to the wedding with me?
You want to move in with me? I love you. Oh, just kidding.
Slow it down, Ed.
Can you meet my daughter tomorrow?
ew. So this is what happens is he dates a woman who is drastically out of his league and he becomes very insecure about that. And that you would think if he has like a hot girlfriend, he would just be like super nice to her, treat her like a princess, but no, he treats them badly because he's insecure, and that brings on the jealousy, that brings on the controlling, that brings on making her feel badly about herself. That's how abusive relationships work. So it's really bad. He fills out the dating website, body size, average.
Normal.
Normal.
Yeah.
Normal.
I
I'm
want
5
someone-
foot tall, 270. Normal.
Didn't he lie
Yeah.
about his height?
He's like,
to
I
Rose?
want a girl who's about my height. 4'3".
Yeah,
How
don't
tall is
understand.
he? Didn't
he's
he
literally
lie?
5 footer.
Okay, so he
he's same
lied.
size as me.
And when Rose met him in the airport, she was like,
Yep.
She is. She's like, what is this?
"You're not 5'8"? Oh,
No. So,
Him. I hate him.
Yeah, well,
so
the other thing too, he's like, oh, I'm on like fucking 15 dating sites. Might add another 8. It's like, holy fuck, how many
But I
dating
like
sites
this
are there?
girl at this
yeah, why are you
point.
on all the dating sites if your whole thing is like, I want to go meet this girl at the restaurant? I don't
understand that.
I
at
know
all.
if I was a 38-year-old chick, I'd totally be looking for a fucking 55-year-old guy that dressed up like Nacho Libre. Yeah.
Oh, his
Okay.
costumes. I mean, it's too much. It's too much. He was like dressed like Captain Underpants with a chicken on his head and he's jumping. He's doing these weird jumps like
stop.
this is
Just stop.
bizarre. No
He just
one
I mean, the guy loves him. He hates himself.
Yeah.
If I ever drink out of a coffee mug with a caricature of my head on it, please just take me out of my
It's-
misery.
yeah.
Please.
It's no good. Oh, so I mean, he's interesting in and of himself, but I didn't find the whole set me up with Liz on a date thing very interesting. Does anyone want to add anything about Ed?
Wait a second. Oh, go ahead, Allison.
I never thought that this Liz person would ever go for this, ever. And I think we end the episode with him asking her out and her saying, I'm so glad there was a mask to cover my face because I was so shocked at him asking to go on a date with me. And the next episode, it was like, I can't believe she's going to go out with him. And then that just extends, but I won't, spoilers. I won't.
She's
go
a chubby chaser. That's what she is. She's a
I mean-
chubby chaser. Yep. There are out there. They're out there.
People like that body type, I guess. I
He
mean,
could be her father,
God bless her.
though.
Yeah. Well, there's
everything-
there's financial stability in older guys. I mean, come on.
Does he make a lot of money though?
His mom is living with him right now.
Yeah.
I was
Who is
under the impression
adorable,
that
by
he
the
didn't make
way.
a lot of money.
He's a photographer, right? I think he probably does pretty well.
I mean, they showed his house, but I think he's in a really nice part of San Diego, and his house is perfectly nice, but nothing about that is worth it. So that's like my. I couldn't imagine
I just think of
I've
what
never been on a dating website, but I couldn't imagine be like, oh, this one in the dinosaur costume holding a rubber chicken is exactly what I was looking
That's
for.
my guy.
Yes, stop right
That's for
here.
me.
I just got wicked moist. Holy shit. Look at this guy.
It'll dry off.
Sliding off my seat over here.
Oh man.
Go for it,
Yeah.
Order of the North.
Flip.
So we're gonna go on to my favorite character of this series, Molly.
I love Kelly.
Me too.
Oh yes, yes, good for her. I really want her to like. Did you watch Molly's season B&B?
I went back afterwards,
You
and
did. She
yeah,
got a raw deal. She probably got played the worst out of everybody. And you know, sometimes I wonder, like, why is Michael bothering with Angela when there are Molly's around? There are Danielle's. Like, there's plenty of people who you could have a relationship with in the U.S. that don't treat you like absolute dog shit. So that was another thought that I had. This woman's confidence, I want that confidence. I admire the hell out of her. She brings it. I don't really get all of it. I don't get the pearls coming out of the cleavage. She had more pearls in there than Angela would have. Yeah. She's just digging them out like Miss Hannigan from the movie Annie. I don't know if anyone remembers that from when they were a child, but that's what it reminded me of. She pulls the pearls out. Gig, can you explain this to me, why that's a sexy move?
Pearl necklaces.
Oh boy. Oh
okay,
my.
I get that, but
okay,
I guess. I mean, that's the only thing I'm thinking.
Can't you just wear it then? I don't know.
I don't know. She's like, but she's gonna have like a row of handkerchiefs, like a fucking clown.
It's like coming out of her sleeves. I'm like, I don't understand these pearls. She has a lot of them, a lot.
I think talk about. I think she's probably doing pretty good for herself.
Yeah,
because you know, the whole bra. There's not a lot of you know, fancy players in the whole bra game.
Not a lot of games. Not a lot of different products. That is for sure. And like I said, I think I said this before. She has the personality for it. She takes you in the dressing room. You know, gets the tape measures on you and tells you, "Oh, I'm going to make you look super sexy," and is nice. So I think,
yeah, I just feel bad for that one chick that come in saying that she was wearing her dead mother's bra for 15 years.
Oh, I know. Who was that?
Boy, that thing's got a funk to it, I bet.
There can't be any elasticity left in that. Like, you're supposed to replace your bra after about 2 years because it just loses its grip, so to speak. So,
get a grip.
wow. The struggle is real.
I did reach out to Molly, as we had discussed in a previous show.
Right, yes.
And she has not yet gotten back to me. However,
gosh darn it.
I thought it was really interesting that she said that her daughter Kinsley has a fragmented chromosome.
Mm-hmm.
And she has a rare disorder. I can relate with that. And I was going to follow up and try to relate with her on that regard. But I love Molly, and I love her friend. What's her name? Cynthia. I love them on Pillow Talk. They make me laugh. I want to be their friend. I want to go to Molly's bra shop and get a fitting. Like, I am all in on Molly.
Ooh. A 90-day Minifan show trip to the bra store.
I'm in.
Let's do it.
If we're ever in Atlanta.
Kelly's actually been like, I want one of those bras.
There you go. Yeah.
Everyone. Like bras for everyone.
And they're fucking expensive too. Bras are expensive. Holy shit.
If you want something quality, yes.
Yeah.
It's no joke.
Yeah. How much are those puppies, Kel? $60 a piece? $70 or something? Your bras. 80? Holy shit.
And so she's like, pull the underwire out and make faces with them.
How big your tits are.
Oh, she goes, it depends on how big your tits are. Yeah, you're paying more money for more tit. Surprised I ain't paying $500 for them fuckers.
Okay. So she's trying to do like this sexy talk with, I think it's with Kelly over like the FaceTime. And she's got her whisper voice, and she's like, you know,
you gonna
arrest me, cat burglar, and you be
is anybody
cop.
there?
I'm like, oh, this is so. I was getting uncomfortable. Does that make anyone else like I can't watch it. It's so bad.
The rat made me more uncomfortable.
Really?
Yeah.
I can't with that whispery,
100.
sexy voice. No.
Give me the ASMR sexy voice any day over the rat.
Oh, that line. Ooh. That makes me so uncomfortable.
I'm dying. I could never talk to someone like that and take myself seriously as a human being. Like
now all I can think about is that rat in that lacy outfit.
Pulling the rat out of the cleavage instead of the pearls. We've mixed our segments.
So gross. It's so gross.
Oh God. So she says she gets tons of DMs from tons of guys. I believe that. She got a bad rap on the last show. She's confident. She's fun. This guy wins her over with what line? "You're so beautiful." I'm like, really? You're gonna just fall for that, lady? That was what he had to say to like be above and beyond all the. What were the other guys saying? Like,
she was getting dick pics.
Show me your tits.
Yeah. That's what.
Right.
I mean, they were cutting to the chase.
Yeah, from Michael probably.
DTF.
It's probably not hard to beat out that.
No, but I tell you one thing right now: there's no fucking way she'd be dating him if he was a mall cop. No way.
She's
that's
very
what she asked.
Like, are you
She's
a security guard?
Are you a security guard? Oh, I'm a cop. Oh, okay.
I didn't know there was a huge
Check out my pearls.
line to be.
Yeah.
Pull those babies out.
Yeah.
Oh man. So
job shaming. That's what she was doing.
pretty much. So yeah, she's a great storyline. I really enjoy her.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna go on to Brittany.
What's up with the braces?
No, didn't she say she has braces specifically to try to come across as younger because she was into the sugar daddy game for a while? Or
You're
am I making that up?
She had them when she went to.
I think that was it.
She had them when she went to see Yazan, and I distinctly remember thinking, "How are you going to get those things like tightened up and like whatever?"
She has to
when
go
you're
like
living
every
over
month
there?
or so. Yeah,
Right.
True.
know
Because
why
she's
you
been
would really
married
with
to an
conference.
86-year-old. So let us not forget. Yes.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah. My biggest question is now I've never worn fake eyelashes. I don't glue things to my face. But what's going on there? What is that? Those look like caterpillars.
Yeah, she's a lot.
She's a lot of eyelashes.
I'm way behind from what you got. You guys watched it pretty much live.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So I just finished. I'm not sure if you guys remember the Tello with Brittany.
A little bit.
Yes.
She's a lot to handle. A lot. So I won't get into it yet. I'm sure we'll cover it, but it's
the eyelash thing. There was I don't know if you guys obviously listened. Let's tie KMS back in and the case. I don't know if you all listened or saw pictures of some of those people, but the big caterpillar eyelashes were big with that crowd. We'll just leave it there. I don't get it either. I don't understand why you want something this big off your face. I don't
understand how you can see anything.
They're very uncomfortable.
And every time you blink, like this huge thing.
No,
it doesn't do it. It's not cute. I don't understand it.
Heavy.
I don't
They make your eyes very heavy. So
yeah.
What's up with her little buddy there? They go to the sex shop and he goes fucking beeline right for the biggest fucking cock that they had in the Jolcha, top shelf and everything.
So funny. Who needs an annoying assistant in the sex store, throwing things in your face when you got this guy with you?
This guy was trying to jam everything into her vagina. Jeez.
He said, let's find something to make you splashy. Splashy. I have never heard that in my life. I've never said that in my life, but it has stuck in my brain ever since because I was like, oh, that's actually a good way of putting it. So well done, friend in the sex store.
No, thank
you. That guy's crazy, dude.
The sex store seems to be the go-to for 90 Day Fiance when there's just nothing else going on.
It's getting boring.
Let's go and get, a vibrator.
I mean,
it's always entertaining.
That's what I do when I'm bored.
A vibrator? Or no, she does have a vibrator. And remember when she's like, yeah, Yazan or Azan, whatever his name was. Mm-hmm. She's like, oh, we never even went to third base.
Oh, the base confusion was odd. How do you not know what third base is?
How is this confusing?
If third base is sex, what is a home run?
Anal.
Bingo. Clip.
And I'm not talking about LK, Adam, and Ned.
There you go. I just want to know if she had to do anything with those braces because that seems very problematic.
Her teeth are straight.
They're full of jagged metal.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not good.
Some dudes are into that.
I
Though.
was just gonna say that.
Like I bet VD's into that. He likes
Okay.
golden showers. He might like
All right.
braces too.
VD,
I
let us
heard.
know what
I heard.
your thoughts are. Some people like the tongue piercing, so I guess.
If anyone in the chat has any, there's a lot of interesting things happening in the chat. I will tell you. Actually, Gig, somebody just said something to you. Hold on. Let's see. Hold on. Oh, I believe it was Hands. Hold on, Abraham. Abraham Hands says, "I'll make you splashy, Gig."
Oh.
Sounds
Gig,
tempting.
secret admirer.
I'll go grab my pearls, buddy.
Oh man.
Thanks to our one fan, Abraham Hands.
There's
Oh,
a
yeah.
lot happening over here today.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, there you go. They're probably all here to hear the Menor stuff, but that's at the beginning, guys. We're now talking about Brittany, and she's got two guys that she's just talking to. That part to me isn't that interesting. I liked the friend that was in the sex store. I think his name was Prince.
Yes.
And yeah, he was very fun. I hope he comes back because I want more of those one-liners. I enjoyed it. Anything else on them?
Nope.
Nope.
Date was
Okay.
boring.
I'll tell you one thing. That girl can twerk like a mofo. Holy
Yes,
shit.
she can.
Holy smokes. That sucker be moving in the 207 and the 603.
Moneymaker, I think it's actually literal in this case. So she's
Was she a stripper?
no, but I think she's on Instagram and OnlyFans. So I think she gets paid for body parts, which do you think?
A booty zigzag? Booty zigzag.
Rock and roll.
Like the
Booty zigzag rock and roll. That's it.
You know who would like her is
Manners.
from last
Bullshit.
season who had the bachelorette party with the girl stripper.
Oh, I have a comment.
Go for it.
Well, she's breathing, so Manners would like her.
Yeah, that's true.
Just kidding, Manners.
No, you're not.
Oh man.
No.
No, you're not kidding. That's actually extremely true. But so Danielle, this poor woman.
Oh, I feel so.
Oh, God.
Okay, so basically what happened was it would be like if the three of us hit her up on Instagram and then we're like, hey, let's be friends. And then we start FaceTiming all the time. Is this what happened? Why does she have these friends?
Yep.
They're
That is
just fans, right?
They're just like you guys being like, oh, we feel bad for her. Let's fucking go show Danielle a good time. At first I was like, are these chicks trying to take advantage of her?
Yeah.
Are they trying to like get on TV or what's the fucking deal? But I think they're like, I just think they're some hams, dude. And I don't know.
So it seems like a fun
for
group.
her.
She
Yeah,
seems
seems
to
like
really
a fun
enjoy it. So
Making it rain on her in the tubby, you know,
Yeah.
popping bottles and shit. I was like, oh, that's cool.
So they're doing a girls trip to Ocean City, which again, I want to do that. So I don't even know where Ocean City is, but it sounds lovely.
Maryland, East Coast. I got the worst sunburn in my life at Ocean City.
Oh,
Brutal. Wear your sunscreen, kiddies.
I don't burn, so.
Oh, I know. Famous fucking last words. I said the same thing. I'm just going to get red and I'll darken right up. Yeah,
that's
right. 24 hours later, I'm like,
Yeah.
He's a lobster.
oh, peeling so bad.
Okay, so she's been single for 3 years. Muhammad's been texting her. You can tell she lights up and gets so smitten by him. Like, you can tell. This woman needs a good old-fashioned rebound. That is what she needs. Allison?
Oh, okay. So I have secondhand embarrassment for Danielle. She is so naive and so gullible that, and I'm sure underneath all of that, there's something inside there, but it's just so painful to watch this. And I wonder how much the producers are making her discuss the smell. And I am wondering like why it's going to come up 9,000 times. It's just so embarrassing. And I feel so bad for her that it's all just really, really hard to watch. They're taking advantage of her sort of innocence in a way. And I just, it's just all so cringy and I feel bad for her. And that's
The amount of
this is the whole season.
The amount of times that the smell is brought up is absurd. And you're right, Allison. It has to be the producers. No one would be talking about this ever if it were.
So painful
I feel so
It is
bad
so
for her. I really
painful.
do.
I think it's going to work out for her. I think
Ooh,
there's
good.
an ass for every seat,
There is an
and
ass.
I think she's going to find her man. I think there's a Danielle out there to the Danielle, if you know what I'm saying.
Ooh, I hope so.
I think there.
Is there?
Oh God.
Oh boy.
I agree that there is someone for everyone, but it's almost like they're exploiting her, or I don't know what it is. It just feels icky to me.
Yeah.
How long ago was her and homeboy there from Georgia?
3 years ago.
She said she hasn't seen him for 3 years.
She's still feeling it.
She lights right up.
She loves
not
him.
over.
She has that grin and just, I'm telling you, all she needs is just one good night of passion with somebody and she'll get over it. But until then, she just, poor thing.
The best way to get over someone is to get under someone new.
Under someone else, exactly.
Yeah, girlfriend.
When the smell thing first happened in the tell-all way back when it happened, like the feedback that I had heard was like, this is abusive. They shouldn't have even put that on TV. How dare they? So I'm really surprised that they would even continue to bring it up. I don't know if they're just trying to outline like how bad that relationship was, because maybe some people have forgotten, but
I mean, I think we all knew that it was a bad relationship. I don't think they needed to keep referencing her.
Yeah, and then every person on Pillow Talk brought it up, and I was like, wow, this is very different than the feel that I got when they did the tell-all and it first happened, and everyone was just like shocked. No one's laughing at this. No one's commenting. And on Pillow Talk, they're all like kind of just chuckling, where, I don't know, it had a very different vibe. So
was this smell in reference to like a feminine odor, or was it more like a BO?
No, he said you can't have sex with someone with a smell down there.
He was talking about her cat, 100%.
Okay. Yeah, she lives next to a paper plant.
Wait, what?
Paper plant. Paper plants smell bad.
Oh.
Moving on. He was talking about her.
So I know. Yes, Gig is correct.
Okay.
Oh God. Okay. Colt's probably my least favorite in here. Well, Fernanda's not on this episode, but I just don't like him.
What's there to like?
He goes on speed dating.
I don't like Colt, but I liked him in the tell-all, but we'll get there.
Okay. He goes to speed dating. I'm 35, unemployed, 6 cats, live with my mother. Well, I can tell you what the problem is, Colt.
She should have just walked up and left.
Yeah.
I liked how they were all trashing him afterwards.
That was so funny.
The one girl I actually liked, she made jokes. He's like, my ex-wife's Brazilian. She's like, oh, so you like a good ass? And he just sat there with like, the birds going around the top of his head like, I don't even get your joke. Good joke.
It was at that very moment he was undressing her with his eyes. That guy must have a giant cock.
Yeah.
That's my guess. He must be fucking
available to be seen on the internet, isn't it?
What?
He does not.
He is a
Allison, you've seen it? You dirty Gertie.
Yeah.
I have not seen it. I have heard.
I have also heard. He has sent that picture.
Allison's Googling Colt's baby arm.
Oh no.
I am.
If Allison won't,
I am
doing it.
No,
Yeah.
they actually do talk about. They've talked about it a lot on your 90-day fiance
Cray-
Cray.
yeah.
And
Good morning, my dick.
Yes. Oh my god, that was so
That's
funny.
where that comes from.
Yeah, I mean,
This guy is sex crazed.
I didn't need to see him in a Speedo ever again, first of all. And second of all, I agree. It was so funny when he's talking, like, I think it went really well. And there's a girl like dressing him down in Spanish, like behind him. And the producer's like, she's tearing the shit out of you.
She is
He's
torturing.
like, well, I guess that's
right
not going to work out.
Oh, yeah.
Back to mom.
Debbie.
See, we used to think that was the weird son-mother relationship, but we got a whole new level of that this season. So it just gets worse and worse. I just don't have a lot of use for any of the storyline with Vanessa and Jessica, and I don't care.
I'm here for the porn lady next episode.
Oh, the hot tub scene.
Yeah, what was her name?
Bethany, maybe?
I don't know, but I'm here for that.
I have a poll that I'm going to be putting out too in reference to that episode because there's something I'm very interested in knowing.
Your bedroom?
I am not putting a poll in my bedroom. Sorry.
Yes.
Get it, Lauren.
Where do you get those puppies? Spencer's?
Does Spencer's still exist?
You got someone to install that bugger?
Does it really?
Yes, it does.
Oh, yeah.
There's one at my mall here.
There's one in our very, very dying mall as well. So if you need a lava lamp or
edible undies,
very you know what?
Right.
Maybe I'll go get some and do a taste test on here next week. See what we're dealing with.
Great idea.
Okay. Anyone who can go to a Spencer's this week, all of us. If it's not close to you, but mine's really close. We'll get some edible undies, and we're gonna do a taste test. So
we'll see who gets sicker, you or TJ,
God,
from the hot dog eating contest.
He didn't get sick; he got sicked on. So, in his defense,
yeah.
Okay. Does anyone want to add anything to that cold? Because I just don't care to. It'll get better next week, like Allison said. I don't want a good dating story. I want like these weird, awkward dates. So, Colt in a bathing suit, can't miss. Content for days. All right. Any last words, B&B?
Nope, we've covered a lot.
Nope. It's a lot. Yes, a lot. Two different shows is a lot. I got to start taking my notes earlier. Allison?
Yeah.
I'm just so glad I could give my 2 cents. And
I think you gave like 8 cents. You gave a lot more than 2. Like almost $1. Good job. Gig?
This show is 100% more entertaining than their show last night.
Yay, I agree.
Well, thank you.
Hopefully the message was sent, and if we have to keep retaliating, we will. Until then.
Hey,
bye, guys.
Don't be a bitch.
Bye.
Yeah.
Don't be a bitch.